Hi guys, it's me. I'm going to try and do this talking thing. I'm actually going to recreate a look I did on Instagram. You guys actually requested for it. Personally, I don't think it's a super wearable look, but you'll see what I mean. But I'll tell you guys what you can change in order to make it wearable. Hopefully that'll be fine. I'm going to be starting off with skin, and today I'm going to use a bunch of products from the new Dose of Colors DESIxKATY collection and my thoughts on the collection, so hopefully you guys really enjoy that as well. But let me just jump in. I'm going to start off with skin. I'm going in with the Rodial Rose Gold Elixir. This is actually my favorite one. I own the unicorn, like the purplish one, and this one smells really good, and there's just something about this oil that just makes my skin feel good, and I really have been enjoying wearing it on my skin before foundation. I'm using a bunch of new products as well today. This is the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer. Oh wow, it's like a skin tone color. It's not white or clear, which I was expecting, to be honest with you. Interesting. It was really liquidy, but once I blended it, it's quite silicone-y, but not thick. My nose automatically is matte, right? I'm going to go in with a new foundation. This is the Dior Forever foundation. This is a recommendation I took from Jaclyn Hill, and she swears by this. She's been talking about it. I believe it's the Forever one. I hope it is. But I picked up two shades because I originally picked up this one, which is 31, and it's a tad too light for me, so I went in with a darker shade, which is 45. This is the closest one to my skin that had like a good olive undertone, which is why it's super dark. But I'm just going to mix them and see how they do on my skin, just to show you the color difference between 31 and 45. And I've been obsessed with using this brush from Tarte. This is their like foundation brush, and it's amazing. It really blends foundation super easily. It doesn't leave any streaks, but also it does it super fast, which I really enjoy. And it's so big that I can get a large area of my face at a time, and also it's perfect for going down the neck as well. And this would be amazing for like body makeup. So if you guys are on a hunt for a good foundation brush, because I've been kind of over my beauty blender for foundation lately. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in light medium, and it looks like I use a lot, but I really don't. I just use the one dip for the entire face. So I'll go under my eyes and on the center of the face. For this, I will be using the beauty blender. I'm just going to dampen it a little bit more with the Mario Badescu facial spray. I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Rodial powder. This is the banana powder. For the rest of the face, I'm going to be using the Born This Way powder from Too Faced. Alright, so I think I'm going to jump into the eyes. I actually just used one shade, but I'm just going to add a little bit more to it. Going in with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going in with Rodial. Using a Smith brush, this is a 232, and I'm just going to go straight into the crease. You don't have to be too neat with it, because the eye gloss that we're using basically just kind of blurs that edge out, so you don't have to be super neat with it. And so instead of doing Rodial just all over the lid, I'm actually going to go in with a Buxom shadow, which is this orange one right here, and it's called It Crowd, and it's a beautiful burnt, like super rich pigmented orange. Buxom has some incredible shadows. This is a custom palette that I did. You can customize your own if you want to, and they just sell just really great shadows. I'm going with a 234 Zoeva flat brush, and I'm just gonna pick up the color You can see how pigmented it is. It's insane. This is just going right onto the lid. I'm going to go in with the 224 from Zoeva and pick up some more of that It Crowd shadow from Buxom and just blend out those edges. Then I'm using the same brush and I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. And I'm also just going to connect that corner. Alright, so that is it for the eyes for now. I'm just going to move on to the face now. And I'm going to go in and contour a little bit with the Hoola bronzer. Just going to go a little bit on the cheeks. Oh my god, my arms. I did arms today at the gym and I'm literally struggling. Just going to do the nose a little bit as well. The bronzer I'm going to be using is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer, and this is in the shade... I'll leave it down below because they confuse my life. I'm going to be using my Smith brush. This is my everything. This is the 112. You guys need this brush. Honestly, you need it. It's incredible. A little bit on the jawline. Clean up down here with the Too Faced powder. I'm going to be using this peachy blush from Dose of Colors. This is in the shade AmazMint. I think this just ties in the oranges. Alright, I'm just going to brush this away. Alright, so for the stars of the show, I'm going to use both of the highlighters from Dose of Colors DESIxKATY collection. The lighter one is called Fuego, and it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm going to swatch them both for you guys. And the darker one is called Mírame. I've used them a bunch of times already now, and I just adore them. So I'm going to use the darker one first, which is Mírame, and then I'm going to go in with Fuego. I also wanted to jump in and show you swatches of all the products. So this is the beautiful eyeshadow palette, and then we move on to the two highlights. So we have the darker one, Mírame, and then the lighter one, which is Fuego. And these are both of them next to each other. The lipsticks are stunning, and these are them next to each other, but they look different on my lips, of course, as they would on yours. And then the two liquid lipsticks, as well as a lip topper, which is stunning. So this is Mírame. Woo! Crazy. I'm using the Morphe M510, which I always link in the description box below for you guys. Not that I need any more, but I'm going to go in with a tiny bit of Fuego just up here. I'm going to take a tiny bit on the nose. And then what I also did for the Instagram picture is I took it on the brow bone and the inner corner. A tiny bit of Fuego in the inner corner. So for the actual gloss on the eyes, I used the Kevyn Aucoin the Exotic Diamond Eye Gloss, and it's in the shade Moonlight. They have two other shades now, which is amazing, and it's absolutely stunning. It has little like specks of glitter in it. I hope you can see that, but it's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. It's everything. It's so super smooth and you barely need that much. So all I do is take it on my finger and I pat it on my eye. It just makes the color pop. So those are the eyes. I know, as I said, it's not super wearable, which is why I questioned if you guys really wanted this tutorial, which you said you did. If you wanted to make this wearable, you can skip the eyeglass, or you can wear the eyeglass, but put on some lashes or some mascara. But for the look, I didn't do anything. It's kind of 90s, like grungy makeup, so that's what I was going for, and I didn't do anything to the lashes, so I just let it be. I'm gonna line them with my usual pencil. And of course I'm going to be using the lipsticks from the collection. I'm going to be using both of them actually. I'm going to go in with more Creamer Please and then the No Shade just in the center because it is lighter. And I really love the formula of these lipsticks. They're super smooth, really smooth. And they're matte but they're not drying. So they're really great lipsticks. I do wish Dose of Colors comes out with more of this formula. It's just stunning. And DESIxKATY did an amazing job with the shades because this is like my perfect nude. I always talk about it in videos. I always say I like a really beigey browny nude. I don't do pinks and I don't do any of that for my nudes. This is super comparable to Sis from MAC and also Naturally Transformed. Those are my favorite nudes in this kind of shade, so I really love it. And this one is No Shade. Of course I have to go in with the gloss. This is Over the Top. It's just beautiful. It has gold specks in it. So this is just gonna go over the top. Huh. So that is the look, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Definitely not your everyday look, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Definitely check out the description box down below for all the products I used and mentioned and all the brushes that I use as well. And check out my social media if you want to as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This is just for us now. Yeah, I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is